A student, an athlete. Nicole Taylor is a senior on the Colby-Sawyer women's Alpine ski team. Her story starts right now.
I mean, I've pretty much been skiing for as long as I can remember. So I started skiing when I was 3, and then I started racing when I was 5. And from then on, I pretty much loved it. I did a lot when I was a kid, so as I get older, I kind of had to quit some stuff to focus on skiing and spend time skiing. But I've always loved it. I've always loved racing. So I guess just everything about it. The people you meet and just the fun of being on the mountain and just kind of having your own trail to go as fast as you want. It's just so much fun. It's pretty cool. I mean, I feel like the girls in general and the team in general just works hard together and all strives to work together, but it's definitely cool to kind of have that leadership role and kind of way lead the team and motivate the team. But I mean, I just see us all as working together and all playing a part on making the team work and be good. So it's definitely an honor, but at the same time, I think we're all very strong and we're all a great team. So we work well together. So I actually started skiing at Sunapee when I was little and was on the weekend program there. And it's kind of ironic that I came back and I'm now skiing there again. But I grew up in southern New Hampshire and then went to an academy up in Waterville Valley, which most of us on the team have been to academies or ski programs that have allowed us to ski every day of the year and really train to be competitive. So I pretty much stayed close to my roots and stayed in New Hampshire. So for me, Colby-Sawyer was just kind of on the back of my mind when I was first looking at schools, and it was just so close to home that I didn't really think too much about it. But I ended up visiting the school and talking to the coach and just kind of saw their resources and the type of majors they offered, and it was really the skiing and opportunity to ski Division I and get great training, be with a great team and a great coach that really sold me. I would love to get into sponsorship sales. I've gotten a few cool opportunities to go shadow a team, but that's kind of my dream now, is to get into sales and hopefully sponsorship sales and work in the office of a professional team. Hopefully football. I like the NFL more than some of the other NBA and MLB teams.
I find myself in staying dry during season.
Fire?
My father was a professional skier, so he was skiing until I was about 3 years old. So it kind of just came natural. Going into my freshman year, I made the move to go to Shroud Mountain School in Vermont, and that really, kind of took my ski racing career to a new level. Just being surrounded by great athletes everywhere who all are working for the same goal. I'd say that they're probably my best friends at school. I mean, I'm always around them. We always all get along. Just great group of guys, We're all here to have fun, get a good education in, but at the same time, we're all, all 16 of us are all focused on getting better at skiing and working towards our goal, our individual goal and our team goal, which is, make NCAAs, compete against the big schools. It's fun. My dad was a skier and a baseball player too as well, and he really, I wouldn't say pushed, because I kind of just wanted to get out there and play as many sports as I wanted to when I was little. That was kind of like my thing to do, just go out and play sports. So I started playing baseball, soccer, and skiing at a young age. Soccer kind of wore off on me a little bit coming into my high school years, but I kept playing baseball. It's a great sport. I love to play it. And it was actually one of my bigger reasons why I came here. Because, Coach Jim Broughton offered me a spot to play. I still have to work my way onto the team. But, yeah. Colby-Sawyer gave me an opportunity to play both sports, so I'm very thankful.
It mostly came from my brother, I guess, because I followed him when I was younger and looked up to him. And as he got into it, I got more into it. He's skiing. He's a senior. He goes to Castleton. He's actually out in Oregon right now because they're competing in nationals. Mostly the skiing. I didn't really look at the school that much. I just saw that they had majors that I might be interested in because I'm undeclared right now. And then I really liked Jake. He replied like really quickly to our emails, and he was like the team is really close, and I really liked that aspect of it. And then I'm so happy with my decision. Probably the team. We're really close, and I don't think I could ask for a better team, or like the training opportunity that we have. Like, we're only 20 minutes away from our training, and we basically have, whenever you can go up because Jake's on the hill. That was definitely an eye-opener for me. It's kind of scary because these girls are like, and guys, I mean, they're big and they're good, and you're like watching them on the hill, and it's like, shit, like they really are like the real deal. And I'm just like, I'm in that league too, which is awesome, being in the same like intensity that I was in high school, or that like everyone around me is in that same mindset, which is awesome. I mean, that we're all competing serious.
I guess my passion for skiing came from my family. I mean, I've grown up doing it. I've been doing it ever since I could walk. So my older sister was really good at it, and we moved up to Vermont, and I guess I grew up doing it, and it's always been something I do, and it's just been an outlet for making me happy. Soccer, it was always a thing. I played in high school, I played in middle school, and high school is when I really got into it. I really loved it, and it was just I played soccer, I skied, and I played ultimate frisbee, but soccer was just, I loved it, and the team atmosphere, like, you don't get that with ski racing. It's more of an individual sport, but soccer is just always, you're working with people to get to your goal, and I really like that about it. I guess I like them both, like I love them both, but skiing has just always been my main sport. Like, it's what I work towards. I do workouts in the summer for skiing, not necessarily for soccer, but I mean, I'm fit all around, so it applies to both. But I guess skiing is just, it's like what my family does, and that's why I love it so much. I love both, like I love soccer, but skiing is just, like, if someone asks me who I am, I'm a skier.
Well, my grandma was a ski instructor at Boreal Mountain, like, I don't know, since the 80s. And so I would fly out to California because I grew up in Idaho, and she took me skiing for the first time and taught me pretty much how to ski. And ever since then, it was every weekend going to the mountain with my parents, with my grandma. And I joined the ski team when I was 7 years old, and I just fell in love with chasing gates. And it's just always been something like that you can go to relax or just have fun, and it's the best sport in my opinion. I studied abroad in Australia in a city called Wollongong, and it was like the most fun experience of my life. It was great. It was pretty much my semester where I just got to be a real college student, so I took super easy classes. I went out and socialized a bunch. I traveled a ton, so I traveled to Fiji, Bali, and then a little bit in Australia as well. And some of the trips, they were just spontaneous, so it was me and my roommate, and we were just like let's plan a trip for spring break, and just went off and had so much fun. So it was definitely the adventure of a lifetime, and I can't wait to go back. So I am applying to medical school this June. So I knew I was going to have to take the MCAT before I applied to medical school. And the reason I decided to work at SLC is so I could keep all that material fresh for all 4 years, because I took general chemistry and intro biology freshman year, and that's stuff I have to know for this exam that I'm taking now. So in order to make sure I know everything for the exam, I wanted to be doing it all the time. And then also teaching it to other people just reinforces concepts in your mind. It's probably going to be the competitive aspect of it, because I'm a pretty competitive person, and so getting up there and like racing against other people, I love it. So I think that's what I'm going to miss the most.
I grew up in Northern California, Lake Elsinore, Prattville. I started skiing at around roughly like 3, 4-ish, and it was just something that my parents did for fun, and so I didn't have like parents with a racing background or anything. It was something that I just really enjoyed and really loved doing, and started doing more and more and more, and became fully involved in it, and I just love every minute of skiing. It's just fun to me. So it's kind of a position I've kind of been in throughout my time here, is leading groups and so forth, and leading teams, and it's just something I kind of have naturally fallen into. Did everything I could to be as good of a captain as I could and be there for everyone when they needed me. So key part is being there, but not really telling people what to do, because you have no authority really, you know what I mean? You're just put in that position, so you really have to keep earning the respect from your teammates. It's definitely not like a frat house, you know what I mean? But it's a really cool environment to be able to be with your teammates and have a house you're able to, like, we have our own tuning setups in the basement. It's just personalized to kind of what we need and what it kind of builds our college experience. You know, it was a fun day. When everyone comes out and supports us and has a great time also, it's awesome. It makes the whole event. You go to a professional baseball game or anything, part of the whole experience is 50,000 people around you. I knew Murph a little bit, but not that much. I've only met him and hung out with him a little bit, roughly. But he was part of our community, and he was part of all of our racers, and it was well deserved for him. It's kind of it's really sad, but we go with what we got, you know? And so have fun with the people we still have and keep going. The only thing I'd like to say is I had a great time skiing with my brother, and I didn't quite know how it was going to be, you know, coming into it. Because it's always like, oh, it's your brother here, you know, and I thought it was awesome, and I wouldn't change anything. I had so much fun with that experience. Also, we just keep pushing each other harder and harder, you know, and I thought that was awesome and wouldn't change it for the world. Oh yeah, we always grew up good friends. It's we were always there for each other. You know, you have brothers, you have fights and so forth, and you get mad at each other, but end of the day, you're always there for each other.